Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Food School Smarter, Stronger, Leaner podcast on a mission to inspire a world where food makes us better. Guys, I hope you really enjoyed our last episode all about vitamins and minerals, the best ones, and why it matters to choose your supplements carefully. Of course, if you care about their effectiveness, if you don't care, then buy whatever. But if you actually buy supplements to get some benefits from them, more energy, more health, more vitality, longevity, and usefulness down the road, performance, appropriate and smart supplementation that works actually can improve a lot of things that we experience on a daily basis, from better workouts to more energy for our work, to better sex drive, to better sleep, everything, to better working immune system and gut health. Today I actually browsed through an article on some nutrition publication. They were talking about how certain nutrients like vitamin C or vitamins B improve our gut health. There were some other nutrients, but that just shows us that those nutrients that we are supposed to be getting from a lot of whole foods, and a lot of times we don't get enough, those nutrients, they do matter for all aspects of our health. And so we talked about what supplements are better and why it matters how much of your supplement is absorbed, and also all the appropriate formulations for different purposes like better sleep. So anyhow, if you are curious about better supplements, what does it mean for a supplement to be better and how to choose better supplements for yourself, more effective ones. So please listen back to our previous episode. Today, we will again talk about supplements, but I'm going to be talking all by myself today, just bringing you a little bit more of more practical takeaways that will help you to get more good things, more health benefits from the supplements that you are taking. Because even if you don't have access to the best, most bioavailable, most absorbable supplements, there are still things that you can do with any of your supplements that will help you to absorb and use more of those supplements in a more effective way. All this information today is based on my research on actual science, and it's based on your questions, guys, that I'm getting from all different kinds of social media and my website and through email. So your questions and science, how to make your supplementation practice more effective, better, so you waste less money but get more benefits for your money, right? So first, some supplements are, some nutrients, some vitamins, and specifically vitamins, are water soluble and some are fat soluble. What does it mean exactly? It means that for water soluble, you can pretty much take them by themselves. Usually supplements are absorbed with food much better for many different reasons, but water soluble, you don't have to take them with anything special for them to be absorbed pretty effectively. Whereas fat-soluble vitamins, those are specifically A, D, E, K, they need to be taken with some fat. So there is some fat circulating with them together for your body to be able to utilize those vitamins, to use them for different purposes. Like, for example, vitamin A and vitamin D are super important for our immune system. And, E and K, they're also antioxidants, and they support blood clotting, proper blood clotting, and so many other things. So they're all, essential and important. And what's important is vitamins A, D, E, K. They need to be taken with fat. And when they come in foods, they usually come with fat along with them. So for example, vitamin E that is found in bigger amounts in hazelnuts or almonds, you already are getting fat in those foods. But if you are taking them as a supplement without any source of fat coming with them, then there might be a problem. So you need to make sure that you are consuming those fat-soluble vitamins with some source of fat. That is important if you are interested in utilizing those nutrients. And specifically, guys, if you are trying to get your vitamin A from beta-carotene, let's say from carrots or pumpkins or sweet potatoes, you need to make sure that you are eating some fats with it, maybe a spoon of olive oil and avocado or something, because otherwise that beta-carotene that needs to be transformed into vitamin A in our body, well, your body not going to do really a good job with converting and making all that beta-carotene useful as a vitamin A. So just remember that if you're eating your carrots, sweet potatoes, and pumpkins for beta-carotene and vitamin A, you do need to eat that with fat. Then the next one, distribution. Especially if you are into intermittent fasting, or you just naturally don't eat that regularly, or maybe your meals are very unbalanced between themselves, meaning your breakfast might be, I don't know, a cup of yogurt and a piece of fruit that does not have all of the nutrients, obviously, that you need. And then your lunches and dinners are more balanced with more vegetables, more protein-rich sources like fatty fish or eggs or, I don't know, shellfish or beef or chicken. So if you are fasting and you are having prolonged periods of your day, of hours, your waking, performing hours without any food, then there are also no nutrients coming in. Nutrients that your body might need for energy creation, to fire your neurons and make your nervous system work properly, to contract your muscles, or for you to be able to think, to make decisions, to do productive work. You know, you need all these nutrients at different points while you're awake. And again, if you are fasting a lot, or you just don't have good quality meals 3 times a day, I'm not saying that's necessarily not sustainable or like super bad for you. What I'm saying is that you probably want to make sure that you do get some nutrients. Sorry, guys. You do get some nutrients in those times when you aren't getting those nutrients from food. So what I recommend you to do is to distribute your supplements between different times of the day to make sure that your body and your brain, you have everything you need to perform at your best when you need it the most. So I myself, I fast without meals for 16, 18, 20 hours a day. But after about 12 to 14 hours, I do take supplements. I do take my minerals, like I have, for example, here in front of me, multi-mineral supplement that has calcium, chromium, copper, iodine, iron, magnesium, phosphorus, selenium, zinc. And this supplement, it has 3 pills. So the total amount of 100% are divided into 3 portions. And so I take them in the morning, in the afternoon, in the evening. And so my body has some supply of these minerals all the time. And, you know, some of them might go out of my body with urine or otherwise. So it's important to have nutrients more distributed than just at, for example, one single meal. You might be doing 1 meal a day kind of thing, or it's just 1 meal a day is the only proper meal you're having that is balanced, and the rest of the stuff is kind of, you know, whatever, like protein shake isn't really a balanced meal. So you want to distribute your nutrients, and that goes for most water-soluble vitamins and most minerals. So fat-soluble, they're more long-term players. First of all, they can be stored in our fat tissues, and the body can take them out whenever your body needs them, and they can stay in our system for longer. But for water-soluble vitamins like B vitamins, for example, or most of the minerals that are electrolytes that can be lost with our urine or sweat and otherwise, so you want to be taking them more on a more distributed basis. And the way I do it, again, with my multi-mineral supplement, I just have 3 pills that I take 3 times a day. With some vitamins like B vitamins, for example, I might divide either that powder or that gel or that pill into 2-3 parts. There is no reason why you can't do that. Just divide that portion, and I'm going to take it 3 times a day instead of once a day. So distribute your supplements for your body to be able to absorb them and use them more effectively. That's the second thing you can do to get more out of your supplements. Then the third thing that I'd like you to pay attention to is with what you consume your minerals, for example, because there is such thing as phytic acid, for example. That is a special kind of acid that is found in legumes, grains, nuts, and beans. And the nature of that acid is that it binds to minerals like zinc, like calcium, like manganese, like iron. It binds to them, creating these compounds called phytates. And those compounds our body cannot break down. And so all the minerals that are bound to that phytic acid, creating phytates or phytates, our body cannot use them anymore. So if you consume, for example, let's say a lot of beans and legumes with your minerals, then part of it going to be lost. And cooking does destroy a lot of that phytic acid, so it's not that bad. So when you cook, when you soak, when you sprout and cook and pressure cook your beans, your grains, your nuts and seeds, a lot of that phytic acid is destroyed, so it's not going to be such of an issue. But if you are someone who is already deficient in iron, for example, a lot of women are deficient in iron, or if you're deficient in zinc, a lot of people from Asia very often are deficient in zinc, because of not enough animal products and because a lot of rice, and these days brown rice, that has more phytic acid. So if you're already deficient, then you might reconsider your mineral supplementation with the meal you're having, because it only makes a difference for that specific meal. So for example, if you're eating a huge meal of beans, then maybe taking your mineral supplement with that meal is not the best idea. Maybe take them like half an hour before or in your next meal, or maybe like an hour and a half after. So that's a thing. But there is one very important thing about iron, guys, and coffee and tea and cocoa powder. So if you are taking your iron supplement, if you are iron deficient, if you need iron in general, if you are supplementing with it, or you know you need more of it, then you should not take it anywhere near around your coffees, tea, especially green tea, or super dark chocolate, or cacao powder or hot chocolate, because tannins in those products, cacao, coffee, and tea, they actually make absorption of iron really difficult, almost like canceling it in some cases. So you don't want to be consuming your iron supplements with those products. So for example, in my practice, it means that when I take in the morning my supplement that has iron in it, I will wait about 30 minutes before drinking my coffee. And then I drink coffee only once a day, right? And so I'm not going to be suffering from not absorbing my iron in all the other meals. But if you are drinking coffee or tea and dark chocolate all day, long, then you might be really hurting your iron absorption status, guys. So I would highly suggest you to take your iron supplements a little bit away from those tea or coffee drinks or dark chocolate again. So maybe you have your drink and then wait for 30-40 minutes and then have your iron, or before, but not with it. That's what I'm trying to communicate here. And that's about it, guys, for today. So let's recap. What can you do to get more out of your supplements, not less? Number one, if that vitamin A, D, E, K is fat soluble, please do take that vitamin with fats, and there are only 4 of them: A, D, E, K, right? If you are taking water-soluble vitamins like B vitamins, for example, or minerals, they don't have to be taken with food. But for example, if you are taking iron supplement, the absorption is increased when you take it with vitamin C. So that's why I always take them together, or with citrus fruits, or anything containing vitamin C. That's a good time to take your minerals with those acidic fruit or vitamin C. Or for example, another one, if you want to increase the absorption of your calcium, especially if it's in a supplement form, then you want to be taking it with your vitamin D supplement that is proven to improve absorption and usage of calcium. And then, of course, we know that vitamin D is fat soluble, so we need to be consuming it with fat. So the ideal scenario is probably some probiotic, all-natural kefir that has naturally a lot of calcium plus vitamin D. So kefir would have fat, and we have vitamin D. They're all going to be beautifully absorbed together. The second thing is distribution. Our bodies needs different nutrients and lose different nutrients, especially minerals, especially water-soluble vitamins. Our body can lose them during the day with water, with sweat, with urine. Otherwise, so it's best to take those supplements more distributed, like 3 times a day instead of just once a day. Especially if you are someone who are into intermittent fasting, understand that the downside of that fasting practice, especially if you're super strict about it and you having no supplements at all. So the downside is your body does not have those nutrients most of the day, and you might be compromising your health and performance. Or if you're someone whose meals are unbalanced, so for breakfast, I don't know, you have like a protein shake. For lunch, you have like some salad that doesn't have much. And for dinner, that's the only meal where you get like a lot of nutrients. So that's also not ideal practice nutritionally wise. So you probably want to distribute your supplements for those other less balanced meals. So that's number 2. And then number 3, remember that there are some anti-nutrients that might prevent your body from absorbing minerals like zinc, calcium, manganese, iron, and specifically grains, legumes, nuts, and seeds. If you're someone who eating a lot of raw nuts and seeds, that might be an issue. Your body might not be able to absorb some of the minerals that, especially with that meal. Plus nuts and seeds, they're kind of like digested longer. It takes longer to digest them. So even if you take your mineral supplement, let's say in an hour after you eat your nuts, especially that there were quite a lot of nuts, that might not be ideal. So especially if you are deficient, you might be compromising your absorption of minerals. And another thing, if you are a coffee, tea drinker, dark chocolate, and you're doing your coffees and teas, black and green specifically, I'm not talking about herbal teas, then you might rethink your iron supplementation strategy. Because again, those prevent absorption of iron a lot. So take your iron outside of your coffee tree drinking habit. And dark chocolate or cacao powder is in that too. If you're taking some sort of superfood powder or a cacao powder in some of your protein shakes, so that's going to affect it too. And that's about it, guys. Here's my supplement that I'm making noise with. After this, if you have any questions about, what's the best timing for your specific supplementation routine, if you are not really sure about that, you can't find good enough information, then please do reach out via email, angela@createyourself.today, or on social, or on my Instagram, on my Twitter, on my Facebook, my website, createyourself.today. There are all the links to all of my social media you can find there. So reach out, and I'm going to use my personal best research. I'm going to consult precision nutrition people. They're scientists and coaches with decades of experience. So we have the best data here. So please do reach out and get more out of your supplements so you experience more health, more energy, better performance, all the things that you're trying to do with your supplements, most probably. So reach out, share this episode with another person who is into supplementation and who might not be doing it all that well and scientific. So share this episode, discuss it, learn from each other, reach out for additional help, and get more out of your supplements. And guys, as usual, till next time, eat better daily.